Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video, and I've not uploaded a YouTube video in a while, so I'm not really sure how to start this, but basically, I'm getting back into YouTube. I'm mostly focusing on the photography channel because of the fact that I'm getting back into photography a lot, especially with Polaroid cameras. I have I guess you could say, problem, because in the other room, I have a camera that I don't want to risk waking everyone up going to get. It's the Polaroid 600 one-step close-up, which is one of the open and close cameras that you'd open the top up. Then if I go over here, we got basically a few more cameras that I have, which is my first Polaroid camera, which is the one I made the first video on this channel of, which was the Polaroid Go. Still like this camera, but I have not used it since, I don't know, I guess probably when I got my second camera. And then I have the Polaroid now, which I recently got because I wanted a big camera that I could actually take photos over the modern day film that wasn't this small and made it look stupid. And you actually got decent sized photos for. So I got this one on eBay for about $50 after shipping and everything, which was a really good deal, knowing the fact it goes for $100 to $150. Then we got my favorite Polaroid camera, which is the one that started it all, the Polaroid SX70. This thing has to be my favorite camera ever. Especially in the Polaroid family, is my favorite. I'm getting another instant camera soon this week in the mail. It's the Instax 7 Mini Plus. I've always been against Instax cameras, but I'm gonna get one myself and actually test it out. And I actually really love Polaroid. I don't know. I love the fact and satisfaction where you could take a photo and just watch it develop, because you're supposed to have it in a dark room face down, but you can also, to get a different effect on it, you can have it in light like this, and watch it develop, like from just a simple blank just frame appear to be something in depth and so cool to see, which was really cool back then whenever they didn't have instant photography, which was really awesome. I've dabbled into photography here and there, but I've really gotten into it recently. Like my first camera ever, I did total 3 videos, 2 on my main channel and 1 on this channel about the Polaroid Go. Basically, I love this camera a lot. It was actually what got me into photography in the first place, because I saw a video by Marques Brownlee. Y'all should go check him out. He did a video on Polaroid on this camera. And basically, whenever I saw the word Polaroid before watching the video, I was like, oh, cool. I'll go get a Polaroid camera. I went out and I had like $100. And I saw this one for a bundle for $80. And I got a pack of film. So I got that. And I made a video about it, unboxing it. I thought it looked really cool and neat, and I took some photos with it and had some fun. I watched the rest of the Marques Brownlee video and saw the SX70, so I went out and got that. Then I started to get into the cameras and stuff. After I got the SX70, I was thinking, I got all the cameras I need. I'm good. Fast forward about almost half a year, half a year, 3/4 of a year later, I start collecting. So I get the 600 camera once I get back into photography, and then I get this one. Now, the thing is that for each camera, you're gonna have some problems, right? It's like thinking about it as school. I know I just sounded so stupid saying that, but hear me out. Each subject's gonna have its problems. Math, it's gonna become harder with algebra and letters. English, you got a bunch of essays and a lot of punctuation you gotta do. Science, don't make any sense at all. Don't argue with me in the comments. And social studies, it's simple and easy. Just like with cameras, especially Polaroid cameras. Think of Polaroid Go as social studies. It's simple, easy, right there. Gets the job done. Not that bad. Then it goes on to the now. It's kind of like, I'd say, English class. It's a little bit difficult. It's somewhat of like you gotta learn it, but it's not as bad as it could be. Then you got the 600, which is like math. Very difficult. You gotta find the perfect time to use it and get it done. And then the SX70 as, well, science. It makes no sense until you really dive deep into it. Unless you get some help. Because the thing is with this camera, this is the only one I have that don't have a built-in flash. This one you have to buy a flash separate and put it in right there, which will go flush in and you'll be able to have a flash on the camera. You can also get an autofocus model that has the same attachment part where you can have an autofocus and a flash, which is really neat. But I feel like if I had to rank them, I don't know really. Pretty difficult. I'd say probably, I'm not gonna say that this is one of my top, like one of my top 2 favorites because of like, because it got me into it. I'm not like the type of person that's like, oh, you know, I really like the old style like digital cameras because they really got me into photography. No, I'm like, which one do I actually use the most? Which one do I like more? And yeah. So if I had to rank them, I'd probably say if I did have a flash for it, then this would be number 1. It still is. I feel like these two are tied. I feel like the Polaroid Now and the SX70 are tied for me right now. It's just because of the flash. That's all it is. It's because this thing right here has a flash, like, it's right here. But I don't know if anyone else does this. But does anyone else, whenever they have like a Polaroid Now, they go to take a photo, they got it all ready, they keep on trying to push this, because it feels like a button. But you gotta lower your finger and then like barely feel the button. You're like, oh, there you go. Snap the photo. And then you'll go to snap another photo. You'll accidentally click that, but the button's down there. Happened to me way too many times. But I don't know why. Don't say I'm stupid for that, but I kinda am. But the thing is that I really like the Polaroid Now in the way that it looks like the Go. Because I love the way that the Go looks. Like, it's kind of like, it looks nice with the little round viewfinder. Got the on button on the back, and then you got everything over here on the front. It just looks nice and sleek. Now, with the 600, you had to open it every time, and it was clunky. It looked like a toolbox. They don't really like that. And I didn't have film for this because I didn't have an ND filter yet, which I'm using right now with 600 film, but I didn't have film and I didn't have an ND filter, so I couldn't even use that. So with all of that, I got it now, and it is perfect. I mean, literally, this thing, it's like almost there. It's because of this divot right here on how it goes. If this divot wasn't here and they had this whole thing like going sleek like this, and they had the 2 buttons slanted right here, be perfect. Perfect. But it's still a good camera. Don't get me wrong. I still take some good photos with it, especially the photos with 600 film. But speaking of film and stuff, let's dive in on that. So the thing is with the film on these is that you can get specific, I guess, how do I put this without sounding like a scientist? Specific results. Yeah, specific results. Like, I've dabbled in Like, here are the photos I've took, like, with the SX70 ever. Then there's the photos with the 600 that I took. Then the photos with the Now. And then the Go. That's all the photos. There's specific results you're going to get depending on how you use it. The Go, I was a beginner photographer. I was like, I'm just going to take the photo, hope it looks good. Then with the SX70, it was like, it's expensive, so I got to think about this beforehand. Then when I got the 600, I was like, I need to learn this stuff. I got to learn, oh, it's very bright outside, so maybe if I don't use the flash, it'll make it way too dark for some reason, and I may get unlucky for that, so I'm going to use the flash just in case. Oh, it's really dark in this room, but because of the light from the window, if I use the flash, it'll all go to the window. You got to think about stuff like that. So, especially with how you use the camera, is how you're going to get the results. Like for the Go, it don't really matter unless there's a window in your shot. If there's a window and it's dark outside, perfectly fine. If there's a window and there's light coming from the window, your photo's ruined if you use the flash. You need to get a curtain or something to reduce the light from the window so your whole picture can be lit up instead of just that one corner. Unless you're going for a cinematic, like, window, like, going into the room. Like, I started so bad, but, like, say, like, you know, like a cinematic scene, whenever there's, like, light panning from the window and it's going on to a specific subject in the room. It's like that. But it's really good. I really like the camera. And it's good for like, beginner photographers with the Polaroid camera. Like, I'd say, some good photos I took with the camera would probably have to be, like this one right here. I'm going to get this one out. This one, I was walking down the street with my friend, and he almost stopped me from getting it, but I took a photo of the High Towers building, and I think it looked pretty cool. It's one of my better photos, I'd have to say, with the camera. It made it into, like, a cinematic, like, purge shot. Like, you know, like in The Walking Dead or something, whenever it's, like a... What is it? Like a... I forgot what it's called, but, like, whenever a YouTuber is, like, filming throughout the day of the sun going down, and it's, like, going real fast in the video. It's kind of like that, but, like, on the dark spot, like, whenever it's, like, almost dark, that's kind of what it looks like, and I think it looks like a neat photo, to be honest, but I don't know. Another one I took that same day was of the car outside, which was a nice photo for the Polaroid Go 2. But I definitely had some, like, good gems that I thought were just, like, random out of nowhere, really good. Like, let's see here. I feel like the, what is this here? Wondrous Adventures one. That wasn't a bad one, but I wish there was more light going across the vehicle. And then also there was the, what was this? Court of Memories. It was the court I played basketball games on. It was a nice photo, but I think it was overexposed a bit too much. But that's what you're going to expect with the Polaroid Go. I feel like in some features, you're just going to have to take what you get. That's what it is with a Polaroid photo. You can't really edit it at all. Edit it. Basically, you snap the photo, you wait, and you get what you get, and you don't throw it. That's pretty much it with Polaroid. That's what I've come to realize. Like, if for the photos with the SX70, I was trying to get used to it, but, like, you could definitely tell from this one with the flowers right here. You can definitely tell the difference from that to let's see here, like that one, which was like the day after. It's one of my friends, but I didn't really take that much photos on the Polaroid S670, and if I did, it was for the business I had. By business, I mean, like, I just took photos for some people. And I don't know why, but the photos that I would take and have to give to someone were the best photos, and I never took a photo of them on my phone. I could have easily been like, oh yeah, wait a minute, take a photo of you on my phone, print me out a copy. I could have easily done that. What did I do instead? Oh yeah, bro, here you go. Here's the photo, bro. Just take it. That's all I did. I should have took a photo of it and kept a copy. It would have been a really good thing, but for some reason I didn't. But yeah. Then the photos with like the 600 one. This is going to be the same person, by the way. Here, let me just get to where it's of the person. These two photos are of the same person. On Tuesday of the same week, I went from shooting photos like that of my friend to that. That's like an album cover. Because that's whenever I was like getting really into it. I was like, oh, I can actually do good. I can actually start to get good photos. And it was like out of nowhere. I went from taking photos like that to just like randomly, poof, album cover. Probably one of the best photos I've ever took. I've took so many good photos and bad photos. And it's just like on and off. Like this one of my brother. He was holding a basketball and it made it kind of go over the line. Like with the flash and stuff. And it made it look like an album cover, like a basketball, like a basketball warm-up playlist, kind of like that. But yeah, I've gotten some good results and terrible results, but it just depends on how you like go with it. For example, with the Polaroid Now camera, the photos I took with it are kind of iffy. Most likely because I was getting used to the camera and seeing like, oh, I can use it this and there. But like my first one with it was this one. I was trying to take a sign of a subway sign, and instead it focused on the sky and birds in there, and it made the sign dark. So that's what I got. Then the same day I took a photo of one of my friends by a flag. Didn't turn out bad, but it was a bit too dark though. Then I took a picture of, where's it at? Of a sunset. Now the photo of the sunset, it don't look bad, but it don't look terrible either. It's this right here. On camera you can't really see it, but it kind of goes from white at the top all the way to like a yellow and then like an orangish color. It makes it look nice, but it's not a good photo. It's not a terrible photo. Now these ones that I took today were perfect. It was whenever I had to use 600 film in the Now camera, which actually is not a bad idea, because for some reason with 600 film in a Now camera, I guess because you had a manual focus with 600 cameras, and the Now camera is auto-focused and auto-exposure and everything, so it kind of makes it look a bit cinematic in a way. I love it, and I think it's perfect, but in some ways it's not. Like right here on the Maxi one. This is an amazing photo. I was walking down a highway, and I saw an old movie theater called Maxi, and I took a photo of it. I thought it would look good or bad. Took a photo of it, and it kind of makes, because at the time this was like a light blue sky, like a perfect light blue clear sky, and it made it look like from a purplish all the way to a pink color, and it like perfectly exposed like the movie theater, and it looked good. Just like this one. I was inside of a of like an alleyway, and I saw a part where the buildings did not connect on like some apartments and some stores. I took a photo of it and I named it Path to Adventure, because it kind of looked like a grassy field, like whenever you're walking, like in a movie, whenever they walk randomly through a doorway or something, and they go into like a magical world or an adventure world. So, and then my most recent one, which was Sun Time, which you can expect to get a bunch of different results with this camera, definitely, but it just depends on how you take the photos and how you want the photos to look. but you have to get used to the camera first. Because you have to expect with the first, like, say if you get a new camera and it's like a Polaroid camera, you've never used it before, you have to expect with the first pack of film or second pack of film, it's gonna get wasted. And by wasted, I don't mean like just going, taking photos. No. I mean like wasted in a way like the photos aren't gonna look good, but in a way it's gonna help you learn. So like it like with the window thing earlier, if you take a photo of like a dark room with a window and you use flash and you take the photo and all the light is going toward the window, you're like, oh, next time I shouldn't do that. Next time I should fix that window and make it to where it won't go all the way to the window. Then you'll be learning while testing out your camera for the first few packs of film. But after like one or two photos, because I usually take photos in a bunch of different parts of town, so it kind of makes it a bit different. So it kind of helps me learn it quicker, and I don't waste as much film. So it's like, okay, I used 3 photos today, and that's what it looked like for those 3 different types of like of views and stuff. So next time I'll do this instead, and it'll turn out as a better photo. Then I'll learn. It's way easier. But yeah. But to end off this video, I'm gonna go ahead and just I guess rank all the cameras I have right now. So I definitely have to say, going from best to worst, probably have to say, if I had a flash for the camera, this one would be first at 670, but I gotta say the Now is in first place. Then it goes off to the SX70. Then it'll go to, hard decision. I don't know. I wonder which one of these cameras y'all think is better out of these 4. But also on top of that, this is a hard decision between the 600 and the Go. Because the Go, it has so many unique features. Like the portability standard and still good photos. Like turning out like this one did and a bunch of other ones. So, I don't... Dang. I'd probably have to put the Go in third and the 600 in last place, I'd have to say. But, yeah. That's my talk in on Polaroid cameras. And, yeah. That's, I guess, my view on Polaroid cameras. And that's basically it. I'm going to make another video soon depicting on a thing I'm going to be doing. Basically, starting at a various time point or day, I'm going to start taking Polaroid pictures every day, choosing the best one, telling y'all the story behind it, and showing y'all it. If y'all are into photography, y'all may know that sounds a bit familiar. Yes, it does, because Logan Paul's 99 Originals. That's where I'm getting the idea from, but it's not necessarily copying it because, you know, it's just an everyday thing. I'm just taking Polaroids, just doing it for fun. And it's not like selling them either because we know I ain't gonna sell nothing if they see my face, you know. But, yeah. Hopefully this don't seem awkward or anything as my first video. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, then please hit the subscribe button if you love photography content. Let me know what your favorite instant camera is and digital camera is. And also, hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video. If not, hit the dislike button. Comment down what your favorite cameras are still. And let me know what I can improve on this video. So without a doubt, I'm out. Peace.